emotions within the body and trauma within the body. And we kind of carry that around with us day by day, year by year. And that stores in our body and creates disease. Okay, so we know now that women, for instance, 70% more likely to get an autoimmune disease. Wow, than men. And that is because we carry the stress of the household and life and family and everything. We're like the shock absorber to our family unit. So we carry that around with us, right? This enables you to just start to let go of it. I would love to introduce Julie. Julie's going to talk to you about what she does and why we've decided to collab and bring this special event forward for you all.
Welcome everyone. Some of you know me, some of you don't. I'll introduce myself properly in a moment, but as Emma said, we're going to do something different for you tonight. I'm going to talk to you do a little bit of education, shall we say, and then when we're ready, we'll get you to get into your normal laying down position, but we want you sitting up right now because we don't want you falling asleep yet. The sound bath music is phenomenal on its own, and those that have been to Emma's events before will know this already. Emma's got amazing skills with the sound. We were chatting one day and we said, like, with my skills of the hypnotherapy and all that kind of stuff, we said, how amazing would it be to put it together? Everything we store is stored in our body. Our whole body is our subconscious mind, right? So although we think we can always think our way out of stuff, we can't. Sometimes we have to feel it. Fun fact, 5% of our mind is conscious, 95% is our subconscious, and that just means our whole body, not just our head. I mean, do you constantly feel stressed and overwhelmed? Maybe you've got anxiety too. Maybe it's impacting your health and well-being. It can also impact your career or your business. I mean, I stand here now as a 55-year-old woman who's an award-winning therapist and coach in hypnotherapy and a master NLP coach. But that wasn't always me. If I just took you back to 2020 in the middle of the pandemic, I was working in the corporate world. At that point, about 32 years, I got the news that I'm no longer required. So at that point, I could have either just dwelled on it or make a decision, and that decision was to go, do you know what, this is the opportunity that I've always wanted. I went back with the mindset that I'm going to use this money now to help retrain myself. So when you start understanding the power of the mind, it can be life-changing. When I was at school, I always believed I was just average. If you're really good, you get noticed. If you're really bad, you get noticed, right? So that said, I came across pretty confident and I had quite a good career. I've always earned good money and stuff like that, but I never really, there was something that was holding me back. But once I embarked on this journey and I uncovered my limiting belief, which was I'm not good enough, but it was also I'm not worthy enough, then I started to say yes to things. The world started to open up. Once you start uncovering your limiting beliefs and you know who you are, you can become unstoppable, just like me, really. Now, I've got a YouTube channel, I've been featured in magazines, I've been speaking on stages, I've got been in the #1 book, and I'm writing my own book at the moment that's going to come out later in the year about my dearly beloved Luther. Once you start uncovering your limited beliefs and you know who you are, you can become unstoppable, just like me, really. So if you're someone who is anxious a lot, someone who's always stressed a lot, someone who's always in fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of succeeding, right? Any of those things, that means you are amazing at using your imagination. You are the master at using your imagination, but sadly, you're not using it for the good. So imagine if you could use your imagination for the better. Imagine how much energy you're wasting every day by stressing about worrying about what's going to happen, about overthinking, not believing in yourself. If you could use your imagination, you could visualize what you wanted, you could become whoever you wanted to be. If we continue to be stressed and overwhelmed, right, we are going to cause dis-ease in our body. So when we're not releasing ourselves from old limiting beliefs, and we're not releasing these trapped feelings and emotions, which, by the way, we can inherit them as well from our parents. And this is why when we get older, we find that we're getting iller and iller, sicker and sicker, right? Because it's stacking on stacking on stacking on stacking. Autoimmune diseases, skin conditions, arthritis, high blood pressure. Fun fact for you, your imagination is the most powerful tool that you all possess. There's no limit to it. It doesn't cost anything. You can use it as much as you like, as often as you like. But the unconscious mind does not know the difference between what is real and what is imagined. Or when you're using your imagination to be scared, to be fearful, to be stressed, it's not going to question the vision of that. We're manifesting all the time, whether we like it or not, right? Actively and passively. So when we're using our imagination in a negative way, we're still manifesting. When we say, oh my God, like I did with my job, I hated my job, and the more often you say it, something will happen and that decision will be taken out of your hands, right? I just wish I could say that I actively done that on purpose, but I didn't. But I did actively ask for the jobs that I got. I asked for a contract that earned loads of money and I didn't have to do much, and that's exactly what I got. And I was like, maybe I'm not too bad at this. Now, visualisation is one of the most powerful tools. So when you hear about goal setting and they say you've got to visualise what you want, that's what you need to do. Use your imagination in a positive way to really think about what you want and how you want to get it. So when you're laying here tonight and you're thinking as you're listening, and you're just see where you want to be, what you want to be doing, right? And just lead your mind to that. So what I want you to do, be careful of the person next to you, but what I want you to do is move your hands as far around as to the back of the room for you guys, right? And I want you to take a note of how far your arm goes. So look back where it is and just make a mental note of how far you've gone. Yeah, you've done that? Now bring your arm back. Now what I want you to do is close your eyes. Now I want you to visualise that you're doing that exercise again. I want you to visualise that you've got your arm out and you're moving your arm backwards. But this time it keeps on going. You're like a bendy doll and it just keeps going back and back and back, round and round and round. Can you see that? Yeah, can you see how far you've gone? Now open your eyes. Now I want you to do the exercise for real again. So if you can put your arm out and then go back and just keep going like you visualise. See how far back, see how far you can go. Have you all gone further? Yeah. Because you visualised it, you saw that you could do it. Everyone's eaten a lemon, haven't they? Or know what a lemon tastes like. Can I get you to close your eyes one more time then, please? I want you to imagine that you've just gone to your fridge at home. And I want you to imagine that you've opened the fridge door and there's this most beautiful large lemon. And as you take it out of the fridge, you put it up to your nose and you can smell the smell of that lemon. Can you smell it? And I want you to take it, shut the fridge, don't forget to shut the fridge. Go over to your sideboard, get your chopping board and knife. And I want you to cut that lemon in half. And as you cut it, you can see that lemon juice just dripping out of that lemon. And you get that waft of that lemon. Can you smell that? Then I want you to cut that in half again. And then I want you to take one of those quarters of that lemon and I want you to bring that up to your mouth and I want you to take the biggest of that lemon you can ever do. Suck that lemon in right now. Feel that lemon, smell that lemon, feel that lemon going down your throat. Can you feel the sharpness? Can you taste it? Can you taste it going down your throat? Give me a nod if you can. Right, now open your eyes. So that lemon wasn't real, was it? But you could taste it. That's what anxiety is. That's what fear is. When it's so powerful, that visualization of that fear and worrying about what's going on, but it's not real. It's false evidence appearing real. Fear is just holding us back, and just always remember, it's just you using your imagination in a really negative way. So right now you probably have unconscious reactions to stressful situations, overthinking and never having time for you. But did you know that the only thing you can control in your life are our thoughts? And we think 70,000 to 90,000 thoughts per day. But how many of those are positive? What stories have you been telling yourself? Are you feeling stuck, fatigued, stressed and overwhelmed? Caring for others while neglecting yourself? Maybe you feel guilty for taking time out for yourself because this is selfish, right? Perhaps spending time and money on your self-development, health and well-being makes you feel uncomfortable because the money could be spent on a family. Even if you know that putting yourself first is the most powerful thing, but you won't do it. Your sleep pattern is disturbed, and now you're waking up early feeling tired and irritable with a lack of clarity and focus. All of this behaviour is being run by your subconscious mind and is running on autopilot. And now your mind has become addicted to stress, overthinking, being anxious, fearful, and looks for a drama. And you're going to free yourself from trapped feelings and emotions through hypnosis and the power of Emma's amazing sound healing. Are you ready to feel lighter, happier and calmer? Are you ready to heal with sound? Are you ready to be hypnotised? You have nowhere else to be other than be here. You made this amazing decision to be here right now. You have nothing to do, just clear your mind of any distractions right here and now. Take a deep breath in and out for the count of 6 all through your nose. And as you breathe out, for a moment just focus on those tiny muscles around your eyes and imagine they're relaxing so completely that they just won't work. Watch the breeze moving the top of the crop like a wave on the ocean. See the golden sun glistening on those plants. And as you continue down that path, you can see the river that runs through the valley to somewhere miles away. You are now on the riverbank, and as you watch the river flowing past, taking the leaves and the twigs down the river, you can see an old rowing boat, the kind you see in the park in the summertime. Was it
Back, I suppose.
at the back? Where's that?
Welcome back.
I'll just be curious, right? So many of you have done Emma's sound baths. I mean, obviously we know about obviously not for you with the visualization, but so people who have never done a sound bath before, how did you find it? And then also the people that have...
I found it a little bit frustrating, because I've had a really awful day. So I was like, normally just come in, just switch off from the sound. But I was having to think about things.
Yeah.
Then I totally went, and I can't actually remember what you were saying after the boat thing. I can't remember. And then all of a sudden, did you say get back in your body or something like that? And then I literally jumped.
Yeah.
So something happened, but I can't remember.